Okay guys, another episode of Storyahanay. With me right now, she's also our physician, our pediatrician to be exact, with my kids. They call her, well, we call her Tita Doc. And she's also the school physician of University of St. LaSalle, Bacolod City. And she is Dr. Sam Yasay.
Hi, Dad.
Welcome sa aton Storyahanay portion.
Thank you for inviting me and for
Sure.
for allowing me to ambush interview. Kasi ako yung
nag-ano casual
casual lang.
So we can say whatever we want. That's why it's called Storyahanay. Storyahanay lang gid ta. Amo lang gid na siya. So do ara lang ta bala nga gakaapungko ta.
Ginakulbaan ko.
Wala. Nagapungko lang ta ngano Storyahanay lang ta.
Okay, oo. Ako nag-ambush sa imo kay I took advantage na wala pasok today para makapungko ta di sa pink bench.
Yeah, what I was curious guys, what is this pink bench? Actually, by the way, we're in actually guys, alma mater kung ano guys. Galing I was so overwhelmed nga kadamo-damo nagigili building nga bag-o. This by the way LaSalle ni guys, University of LaSalle. Ang chapel amo man ni siya gyapon. Pero mga tupad yung mga building nga mga kadagko nga mga hotel na kadagko hindi na ko kilala sini kidugan ako ay kabalik. So ditubang ni siya sa sulod sa may chapel in area. May bench diri guys nga pink ang color.
Yes. So, actually, this year lang ni.
Yeah. And may Aryo, this is what it says. Kung makita niyo ng sign, amo na siya. So, Doc, can you further explain kung ano ni siya?
This is a space for heavy hearts. For hearts too heavy to carry alone. So actually this idea came from the Artist Hub director, Ms. Tanya Lopez. We had a meeting about mental health because as you know, it's actually the new pandemic, no? Yung mental health issues ng mga kabataan ta subong. So I called for a coordination meeting with all the key persons here in the university, and she's one of them, and she suggested to have this one because she has friends, the Buen Caminos. I'm sure you know them. They're actors who had a daughter who committed suicide into 2015. And it's not actually pink, no. It was a concept bench na where kids can express themselves, no. Put decal stickers or even mga bandas, no. Kung anong gusto nilang i-express. But since pink is a color of hope, so we decided to paint this bench pink. So it's just a symbolism. Actually, damo na huya magpungko because they think na kalapitan sila na kasi may problem sila. But we are trying to inform them. That's why I appreciate naging invite mo man ko because gusto ko man i-parating or i-inform ang mga bata na anybody can sit here, no. If somebody says hi or how are you, okay.
If you want to meet new friends,
exactly.
I will be the first one who will sit here and say hi. Joke lang na.
So hindi ka mo mahadlok. But if you happen to have something in your heart, no, in your mind na it's very hard for you to seek help or talk to somebody,
tipong ka lang
din.
You can meet a friend.
Exactly.
Know someone new, diba? It might help you.
Because as you know, it's really a stigma ang mental health. So damo mga bata, no. I'm not saying in this university alone, no. It's actually a worldwide pandemic na it's really hard to talk about it. So we adults are trying to find ways on how to make them talk. That's why we also have a campaign na Let's Talk About It campaign, no? Because we don't want it to stay a stigma na. Dapat open na. Even with the children and the parents, dapat open ang mga bata. And open man kita sa mga bata.
That's true. Because, you know, Doc, before, like me, like us, if you don't know, guys, hindi kami ni maglayo ay guys sa age.
Same age, and 1 year.
I don't know. I'm obviously older. Pero during our times, guys, I barely hear kami, like me. If I was in school back in the day, I never had wala ko anxiety or the thing they use nowadays, anxiety, may amuna. If I go to the clinic, the worst case na gid siguro, guys, nga kilala na kung mapa-hospital, I would go to the clinic. But if I got a cut, like a small cut just because of playing around, fell off the slide and everything, I just wash it off and typical, put soap and, you know, now it's not just physical, it's more like emotional na.
Exactly.
So kami before before sa time tayo, ginasuyaan ko sa classmate ko, okay lang. You know, I don't take it on my shoulders and bring it home. Wala bala. You know, I forget about it. It's part of school and eventually madula man lang siya. Now you guys is becoming ka-pressure bala ang students.
That's true.
So amo na guro.
To add to that, when I accepted this job, and even when I was starting my practice as a pediatrician, I never thought na I'd be dealing with yung mga mental health issues.
Actually, nakibot na wala sang amuna subong nga mga issues. And that's why I was really curious and I want to hear first from her Gidya kung how does it deal with all these things that's happening within a school setting. Kasi siyempre, you know, there's also work settings nga muna in work areas, may mamumana, may takabalo. But in the school, which she actually deals more on younger children and younger adults. We also want to know kung how that thing actually happens on paano everything, di ba?
Disclaimer lang, no, it's not just in this university,
I think it happens
in
everywhere.
Others, man, because I'm a member of I'm a member of the Philippine Academy of Physicians in School Health. So I get to speak with mga parehas ko. And syempre, mga co-pediatricians ko man. So grabe gid ya ng kadamo na gid sang kinanglanon gid health, no, mentally, emotionally, even spiritually. You know, we come to that point na pati in spirituality ng kabataan ginatouch na namon, no. It's not just a physical health. It affects them eh. Sometimes you go to the clinic, sakit ulo, di ka ginhawa, check mo tanan, clear ang lungs, no.
Tapos amo na
gaan mo bulong, wala ga effect.
Wala.
Ano ayhan? And then when you get to talk to them, spend time, you know, anong problema? Gulpi lang mahibi. It breaks my heart as a mom. Kaya I have teenagers as well. So, ang ining mental health, hindi ko mani actually advocacy na from the very start. Di rin na lang recently because I saw the need na our kids need help. And our guidance counselors, our psychologists, our psychiatrists are overburdened. That's why.
That's true. May guidance counselors, manggaling school, no?
We have a very, very good guidance department. No,
so do they go first sa guidance counselor or did they just recommend sa imo after? Or
that's the issue because there's also a stigma na when you go to the guidance office, may problema ka. But some of them, di ba la? Exactly. Either sunlogon sila or hindi sila. Exactly. Or sila mismo hindi sila ka-accept na may ara sila or hindi sila kabalo. Exactly. That's why we get all these, kumbaga, overflow. Amo nang ginamit ko. In fact, I keep a census kung sino ang mga gakadto sa clinic na kinanglanon i-refer sa guidance. That's why
so they go to the clinic first and then go to the
some of them. May ara man either way, amo nang nami sa subong na tiyempo and I hope in other schools amo man na close coordination gid ya ang clinic and the guidance office.
Kay ako during my time natandaan ko kung may problema ako. Hindi man kung emotional ka dudok amo niya muna kung inasunlog ko makadto ko sa guidance.
Okay.
Sa clinic is more of physical nga mapilasan ka. Nabalik ka tabi na mga muna sa clinic. Pero kung do ginabuli ko, kadto ko si classmate ko to ginadukol ako permis sa ulo na ginasugid mo sa teacher or sa guidance sa counselor.
Amo na kaysa una mga hapaw-hapaw man lang, you know, natural lang akigan ka, natural lang sunlogon ka, pero right now damo nagid mga serious issues no na siguro dapat gaan ta atensyon no pamatian ta kay sa una amo man ko nang I've gone through a lot medicine, you know, budlay gid ya
I bet ang pressure in studying and achieving, no.
Hindi lang yan ang relationships with other doctors, senior doctors, or akigan ka da, hibi ka lang, duty ka naman. Amo na bala nang wala gid time for reset or pahuway. Pero sa subong, they're not, I'm not taking it against this generation, but they are not built that way. So that's something na our generation must understand. Na hindi nagid na kadlawan ta sila or hambalo na gaarte lang na doon mo na.
Oo.
Kay kakasakitan pag na
Actually,
sila kung wala sila ginasapak.
If you look at it, Doc, I think, point of view ko, it's more of like, you're correct. It's a generational thing
Exactly.
And one of that reasons man siguro is, I don't know if I really have to blame it on social media.
Yes.
Because I notice, it's a very big factor. Like, I've seen people get emotionally when it comes to like, wala mega like sa ila.
Exactly.
Nobody comments in their mga post nila, or they don't have friends. Like, though amuna siya actually ang nag-breakdown usually sa mga young generation.
Exactly. So that explains what happened to the celebrity recently, no?
Yeah, so, I'm not gonna mention, but hindi kabalo naman kamo na daw na sikat na siya.
And not just that they need validation. Syempre, medyo harsh na din kasing mga words na ginagamit nila. Sometimes you can't even understand them.
True.
If there's one thing that's gonna come out from what happened to that personality is, I think the Senate will come up with a bill. It's called, I think, anti-online
bullying or
harassment.
Yeah.
Hate and harassment bill. So tani madayon kay dara siya makakita ka ng accountability na hindi ka dapat basta lang mamimahambal ka, na makasakit ka, kay feeling mo cool ka if you do that.
Yeah.
Kaya mo na sila subongin. I don't know kung saan nagsugod na nauso na cool ka kung bastos ka. But bastos is not cool.
Basi sa chimpo na bundok.
Hindi. It's not cool to be bastos.
Yeah. Hindi gid man.
So, if you're not gonna say something nice, don't
Might
comment
as well
na lang.
anything.
Nang, I don't know, nadula na. For me, yung pagka, sang Pinoy, nang daw, we're supposed to be a friendly, kind,
Yeah. Kaya nga, sa Pilipino, subong, ang ginatawag na blanda sa mga internet generation, mga keyboard warriors. Hindi ka makita, guys.
Exactly.
So you can type anything what you want to say. Hindi ka man makita. And nobody knows your real identity. Kaya hindi man tuod na ngalan, sa ginabutang mo. So you can isog ka.
I mean,
kaya hindi ka makita, you're behind the camera mo.
Exactly. But I don't consider it isog because you can't even show your face. Now, if you have a problem with somebody, I would respect the person more if you approach that person, hey, I don't like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Or
Kaysa mo siya mo, talk behind his back.
Kung may reklamo ka, kantuan mo, i-PM mo, ihambalon mo, i-call out mo privately, hindi yung mag-post ka. Anong pulos nun? I mean, okay, I respect yung mga iba na mga groups, no? Kung kareklamo na gid kay grabe na basi wala sila ginapamatian how many times sa reklamo. Pero for something na wala ka man nag-effort to, complain about or call out that person once, twice, tapos ipakahuyan mo dayon online. I think that's unfair.
Ang bullying, Doc, it's been running through decades. Maskin sa chimpo namon, magid ang bullying.
Exactly.
It was very physical.
It was physical.
It wasn't even more on words. It was more on actually hitting you, ginasakit ka and everything. And I don't know, for some strange reason, guro, we accepted it growing up. Sige na lang Sigita niya ko, sige lang okay lang.
Kaya very resilient man ta mga Pinoy.
Which wala man ta social media that time.
Exactly.
We even had phones. Wala man ta telepono na. So wala, there's no way nga, si amuni, wala may makabalo. Ang makabalo within your area lang
Exactly.
Classroom mo lang daguro. Sa amuna, hindi balay ang mga tanan pati sino makabalo.
And then you settle it face to face, di ba la?
Ano kaso, inaway tao.
Doon mo lang na.
Ano kung gidaw.
After that, tapos na.
Sugsi mo. After sinabi, buhay naman lang kami dayon. Okay naman. So, subong it's more, they don't really take it, they take it harshly.
Which is more painful. And it's a psychological torture.
Amo nang pinakabulay.
That leads them to self-harm,
Yeah, amo ginang the worst case, no? Self-harm.
Physical, I think people can handle it. Pero yung emotional.
It's not only, Doc, it's not only like harming themselves. Even their education is affected.
Exactly.
Hindi na sila kaskwila sa tadlong. Hindi na galing na guro katuon. They will not be performing well in school. They'll be failing their classes.
And their relationships with other people, ang interpersonal relationships. Because they're always on their phone,
Yeah.
So, paano yung real relationship sa mga tao? Though affected yun. Some of them even have social anxiety.
Grabe, no?
Paano kayo maka-function in a public place if you have that, di ba? How can you...
Duga introvert ka na all of a sudden.
Exactly. So kabudlay gin sa sitwasyon subong. So I think this bill, ang kinaluto nila subong. It's like it's a modified, simplified, and more precise version of the cyberbullying and the anti-cybercrime na act. So parang for me I'm not well versed with the two, but parang combination siya, and they made it more specific. Kaya if you do something like hate speech or harassment online, dapat i-take down siya ng
so doon muna na
yes,
subong ginaan na
i-take
nila.
down siya, kaya kundi otherwise may repercussions. But it's not naman kuno to restrict ang freedom of speech, but you have to learn how to be accountable lang gid with your words, because kindness gid matters a lot but
in the end of the day,
harmful words can kill. Di ba?
Yes. Especially subong may mga damo brown out,
exactly.
may mga bagyo. So, the more depressed you can be. Kaya siyempre,
earthquakes.
Mga earthquake. Mas makulbaan ka and everything.
Ako, proud lang ko because yun na nga, our guidance office here, they're very proactive. So, as we speak, ang mga estudyante namon makabato na sila ng mga survey, Google forms to check how are they mentally, emotionally. So we can identify, we can identify those who need help. Well, aside from of course yung mga affected sa bagyo, sa mga calamities, kina-check man namon kung sino ang kinanglanon sa emotional support. And ang kagandahan lang kay ang may online consultation. So makita nyo yan sa amon Facebook ng university kag sa guidance office ng university. So hindi sila mabudlayan, kag hindi man mahuya kay online mo lain gid kung face to face
to mahuya kay
mahuya gid, pero kung online mas sanay sila, either digital natives so anad sila sa online.
Out of curiosity, Doc, ako I think is there the parents have a role,
very great
like
ang role.
It's either in the household are they like they were not I'm not blaming the parents just out of kaya one of the reasons sa tagsa ang grabe man ang scientists and children if you're pressuring them,
exactly,
though they don't feel blang ay di man ko ginpalangga gid kay binabaso lang ko perme kung hindi ko pigaw grades ko ginakigang ko dayon ginahikayan ko gina-compare ko, so you think that the household also affects
very much so. In fact, the number one reason in my personal survey is really the family and the home.
Kaya doon na-notice ko Doc mo, sometimes ipit ng balang parents they pressure too much on their children to achieve nga ang bata duga overload bala.
From my experience sa practice ko, extremes It's either too much pressure or walang pakialam.
Wala naman sila ginasapak.
Exactly, wala sila ginasapak.
They can do whatever they want.
Kabudlay gid. So, amo na ni gaplid man ko sa atong mga generation, kita ang mga Gen X, millennials, parents. So, yun, we were raised differently. Like before, our parents, mga boomers, diba, they would really want us to be professionals. Palo, tampa, name your,
If you answer back, kung ganda sa anong bal mo.
Pili ka, chinelas,
belt, kung ano dang makuha
stick.
Newspaper, kung libro, kung ano makuha.
But that was fine before, but now,
hindi pwede,
Hindi. Plus, they have a lot of career options now. Being a vlogger is a career, diba? And it pays more.
Actually, Doc, hindi niya career. I just do this because I like to do it.
Yes.
I want to hear insights from other people. And I can share it with the people. But at the same time, galantaw. So, muna yung akong namian nga part.
But for the young ones, they actually make it a career.
I've seen a lot nga they did well.
I did vlogging man for a while during the pandemic. Pero lang, sadya lang. Pero for them, they can really earn a lot more than being a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer, lain na bisubong nang we can't really pressure them to be someone that they're not. They're very creative. They're very...
They have their own
lain gid yung mindset.
Mayara, iba niya nga talented on this thing, on that thing. Lain bala,
So, it's hard to pressure them, At the same time, ginambal ko na extremes naman. It's hard naman to just let them be. Kahit these are young people, their brains are still developing. So, you need they need guidance. No? So we cannot be absentee parents man, no? So we need to talk to them. You know, I found it really weird sa una na gusto mo friends ta. Doon mo na bala kay kita ya parent kid, 'di ba? Ng anak ka lang, 'di ba? Pero subong, they really want to talk to you.
No, that's what I do with my kids.
Yeah, that's
I really
good.
treat them. I want them to treat me as their close friend. They can say, they can make fun of me, just like a friend. Kita,
exactly.
Amo nang kilanlan, tagay subong sa chibong
yes. So,
especially kung emotional, mga kids ta.
So ako man, I learn from these kids, no? So I practice it with my own children. Oh, hey, how are you? Do man nang
kids mo daan.
Medyo high school.
Adolescent na ara na area na medyo grabe nang damo na.
Exactly. How was your day? And I'm very frank with them na I discuss sensitive issues na sang una, hindi gina-open up ng parents naton sa aton. So, subong you really need to talk to them, be straight to the point without sounding like bastos or like naman nang you're invading their privacy. Kaya damo man na ill consequences if you don't make them understand as early as now.
Gani man.
Like for example, mga HIV, STDs, no? Very rampant na subong, di ba? Kaya wala sila mayong matudloan, no? Sa school, we're trying our best. We can only do so much. Hindi man namon makover tanan. So, lain gid ya kung pati sa bahay may follow through. So, very important gid na. So, also to avoid teenage pregnancy, smoking, vaping, drug use. So, sakop na tanan, no, I find it really overwhelming, but if we don't do our small roles individually, ako as a school doctor, as a pediatrician, kamo as parents, mga tito, tita da, guardians, yaya, so these kids really need help, no. It's heartbreaking, mahibig ko sometimes hearing all these stories, but
actually dako kasubok gid pamatian because we never experienced this back then.
Exactly.
Shocking subo nga. May mga amo ginagili ya.
It's really happening everywhere. Okay, so tani buligay ta amo na we're creating programs like this, no matter how silly sounding or we do music videos, we post them online, TikTok, Facebook. Kay amo nang reach, paano namon sila ma-reach through the social media, kay amo nang ilagi na lantaw, and then we make them participate, no? Kaya para ka-intindi sila, and then they can also be advocates themselves to their peers. Amo nang pinaka-importante kay nga ang may mga issues na gakadayon gid ang successfully commit suicide or self-harm. Sila na ang wala gahambal, sila na ang wala friends.
Because hindi kinakip nila sa lawas nila.
Or
they don't want to share kiti amo na bala.
Exactly.
Nahuya sila.
Kag kung may mga hints man, wala ginasapak because they have this culture na kadlawan.
Yes, correct. Bully
pahambalan kapag go kill yourself. What kind of friend is that? Or even classmate na lang, not even a friend. So that's my personal campaign. That's my goal na how to save a life. Kabalo ka sang song I know kay DJ ka. Amo nang ako niya nga little way, no? Just say hi to somebody.
It's nice to have friends.
Exactly.
Lots of friends are better.
Di ka man makuyan kung di ka niya pagsapakunti, okay, it's on him. Di ba la? Kung if you say something nice or you try to be nice and they misinterpret you, it's on them. At least ikaw, your conscience is clear, di ba la? And it doesn't hurt to make a friend. It doesn't hurt to say something nice. But if you say something bad, then it has a lot of repercussions. So, amo nang ginatry na mo itudlo sa mga bata, subong. And ako hindi naman ako super religious na tao pero we really try to bring back, inculcate ang ila bala nga faith. Okay, amo ng foundation sang tanan. Kaya na-notice ko medyo nag-lack sa part na ina sa mga generation
subong. Generation
maybe I don't know kung sala naton kay wala tamayo sila pero
siguro ako tanaw ko it's not just because of part man sa parents everything. It has to do with social media. Everything in social media like though tanan nga attention is on the
exactly.
on what they see.
Yes,
so somehow though kita sa una mata ka mo timplano sa hindi ka masimba. Diba?
Correct,
mata ka mo timplano sa hindi masimba tapos agad. Ara na before ka magtulog, kabalo ka nga masimba ka na. Puti subong yawa Ano tabuas?
Wala.
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 Hindi lang po dad sa balay.
Kay kita man ka social media man pa. Di bala?
Diba? So, amo na. That's why yakalipat na tabala. Doon na bala.
Exactly.
Amo na nakatabo.
So, amo na, we do our, bits and pieces of, like projects here. Pati, we need your help, no? We need everyone's help. Kay, it's not too late. I think this generation has great potential. Ini ang generation na mabulig sa aton kung tigulang na ta, ma-cure sa aton,
Kaluyan to, no?
Yes, we...
Kung hindi na tamayo, kalapat.
Exactly. Sinong malalay sa aton, di ba? If we don't help them now. Even yung mga, di ba, yung may mga mental health issues, maybe they will be inspired to be psychologists, psychiatrists, guidance counselors, doctors. Oo. In fact, there's no clear-cut na dapat sa guidance ka lang makadto or a pediatrician can't help you because you need to go to a psychiatrist. No. Na it's now a team, no? We all work together. Basta you have the grit balat and you have this advocacy to help, then you're more than welcome to join the team, kumbaga. Oo.
So how do you actually handle this, Doc? Like in your everyday, mga katabo, this in mga cases?
Oo.
Especially, well, obviously siguro, the teacher will coordinate with you. No?
Exactly. We already have a protocol.
So what do you usually do? Does it come to the point that if it recurs currently and recurs all the time, do may mga treatment na daw?
Exactly.
Do they have do give meds na?
Not from us, but from
Pero
the
worst
psychiatrist.
comes to worst, it will come out.
Yes,
may mga meds
we
na sila
we
ginainom.
do talaga ng subspecialty
extreme na
referrals. Oo. So kabalo nagid kami sang amon himuon.
Grabe,
We have a
may mga amon na
protocol.
ginagiliya sa
Yes,
buong.
so hindi lang fire drill, earthquake.
May mga bulong mo, hindi ko na yung nabalaan.
So sa una fire, earthquake, drill, subong pati psychiatric emergency.
Mga bulong guys sa una, sakit sa ulo, ubo, trangka. Amo lang na balaan mga bulong.
Yes,
wala growing up.
Pero there's no shame, ha?
Yeah,
if you have if you are taking antipsychotics, it's fine. You're welcome to rest in the clinic. You are welcome in any university. There's no discrimination. We're very inclusive. So wala problema. Wala man ga discriminate, no, as long as gina-monitor lang, no, with the guidance of the physician, no.
Pero ari ang isa ko mga question kay Doc. Ang mga everyday ang normal cases sa school physician damo gid yan. Mga pilas ko to. Dili lang ko na sa clinic kami pilas. May ara ginaya
gyud. Nang natural na parang outpatient,
Even mga sports fest.
Exactly, hindi na yan madula. So kisa kaladlawan, di ka ginhawa, gali ginakulbaan sa defense. Mga mo na kisa ginapa-pray.
Which is normal. Okay, wala na.
Ginapa-pray ko lang na sila. Malang ng bulong.
Hindi ko ginakulbaan ka to. Alam. Ipanik at
syempre pamatian mo man okay naman ang baga mo. Tulbaan ka lang. Reassurance, amo na hambal ko, di ba? Kindness, kind words, reassuring words can heal, no?
Yes.
Kay hindi man lang physical health ang importante. Ang important man is holistic, no? Mind, body, and soul. So, ginatry man namon even if doctor kami, nurse, no, na i-touch man ang mga amo ng parts kay hindi man makaya sang aton mga counselors. Even the teachers are overwhelmed. Ako ay must commend the teachers kay sila ang first line,
sila
no? Sila gid ang makakita sa mga bata adlaw-adlaw, sa kasakuon nila, makabulig pa na sila identify sa amon and refer. So, very, very proud gid kuya sa mga teachers, no? Amo na, it's really a team, Tad. Kinanglan gid.
Buligay kita
pati the parents, yun din. Ang
alin
parents,
sa guardians, tanan.
Ang amon niya nga Parents Association, very, very cooperative, very helpful. In fact, gapa seminar sila sa parents. We invite specialists, no, to enlighten man ang mga close-minded na parents, no, and ma-enlighten sila kung ano ang gakatabo para hindi nila i-brush off ang mga reklamo or mga symptoms bala. Kay sometimes abi nila doga pakadlaw lang,
gani.
Na doga hyper lang, gali may problema na gali. Oo.
Halin ni Doc sa no? Sa bata sa
kinder until grad school.
Gid no, may mga may mga cases ikaw mo. Gabi guys na.
Di man lang di sa university, sa akon private practice, sa mga practices.
Kay usually magsiling ka mo abi mo mga college ni sila guro or high school. Pero hindi apparently even they start young, may mga anxiety, no?
Oo, siguro sa una hindi lang takabalo, no? Mga simple na sakit tiyan, everyday sakit ang tiyan. Oo, nang hindi gali gusto magsulod.
Emotional na gali ang trigger.
Oo, exactly. So mga muna, daan naman ni, pero siguro mahambal ko mas damo subong. Significantly.
Yeah, like in recently happened, guys, nga atong celebrity nga natabo, you just have to be kind to people. I mean, sakto na hambal ni Doc Sam nga kung wala man lang kamo ihambal nga nami. Pabayilan na siya. Kung gusto na siya, kung ano gusto yung buo niya, at paila siya, or way ka mo namin hambal, na kamo comment na kamo maghikay nga kabuki, simo, kamo ka ni, kalaway, simo. Wala, hindi man nakabulig, no?
It's true what they say in this world, if you can be anything, just be kind.
Gani man.
And kindness is the real flex, guys. O yan na, gagamit ko na.
Ng linggo nila. Mga linggo, mas gagamit, makuna sang term na flex. Hindi ko, okay, it's a thing nowadays.
I try to learn because, I work with children, but my children would say, Mom, you're so cringe.
You're so flexing. Okay.
I'm so cringe ko na.
Mga term, pag hindi mga cringe, hindi ko nakabalo ko ng cringe.
Exactly, but I need to understand because I deal with children.
Muna gin man nato, subong
kabugat, pero I was trying to make it light, and I thank you for this opportunity na somehow maistoryahan ang mga bagay na tabu sang tiyempo naton.
Never talk about it. Now, kilanlan na gid.
Exactly.
So it's a great opportunity for me to also guest Doc Sam, kiti nakastorya, tas ni, I mean, I know that not all people talk about topics like this So this is a perfect opportunity for me to talk about it. What happens in school? What happens in the household? Yung mga muna bala nga pwede ta ma-avoid before it becomes worse. Hindi na bala ma-control, and losing someone is it's not very nice, guys. Not very good. Though wala gid it. It's just wrong. Muna. I would like to thank my guest today, Dr. Sam Yasay, for her time. And, sabihin niyo nga, kag timing man, guys, kaya hindi na siya. Sako na siya Okay pa dan klase, subok kiti muna na-interview ko siya, kaya kung hindi gid ko na-interview siya, sako siya. So, before we end, Doc, you wanna shout out anyone or
kay ang friends natin, I think who are watching your vlog.
Sino lang gusto mo i-hambal?
Siguro I would like to take this opportunity to yun na nga, nang ask for your help, no? If you have kids na either medyo on the bully side, ihambalaman sila na, it's not nice, let's not tolerate it. Kay damo, gaka-hurt, even with words. Pero if you have kids naman na you think ginabully in any way, be proactive. Abtik ta sa pag-identify sa mga signs and symptoms. Kung hipos, kung over ang hyperactive, if it's not the usual, na may gut feeling man ta as parents, tibala, na we can sense if there's something wrong with our children, don't brush it off. There are professionals that you can go to seek help. And kami diri sa school, and in any school for that matter, equipped man with help, kahit first aid lang, kumbaga, di ba? And we can refer further. Kay hindi man ko, not all families have the resources, but mapangitaan na paagi. Importante, maagapan ng early prevention, so that we can help our children have a brighter future, and make this world, corny man, ay hambal, pero make this world a better place, a kinder place.
Heal the world. Make it a better place by Michael Jackson. The late Michael Jackson.
Pero tuod na ay may sound corny.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So
amo lang na, I hope we can help each other. And kita man let us be a good example, right?
Okay, very well said, guys. Doc.
Yes, thank you
Doc,
very
Tita
much.
Doc, thank you very much for her time. And once again, guys, this is Storyahanay. Don't forget to like, comment, follow. Kung pwede, guys, share. And we can have more topics like this. Real world topics bala. So, okay, you guys have a great day, a great night ahead of you. And this is TADFNKR saying, babush!